What's going on, guys? This is Omega Frez of Omega Frez Gaming, and today I'm doing a guide slash showcase of Elianora's Thieves Hideouts paid creation. This is my survival mode save, and because I used it, oops, wrong one. Because I used a mod that makes it so that I do alternate start. I cannot disable survival mode, so not possible. But this is the only save I have right now that is at this point. So to start this quest, you read these notes. Note from Glover. I know you're less obsessed about finding out what happened to Guildmaster Elianora than I am, but I need you to spare the resources. She went missing while following a trail of some big score, and I wonder if we could recover whatever she was after. It might be very helpful for the guild. And then my findings. I've dug into the disappearance of Guildmaster Elianora, but there was not a whole lot to go on from. Everything about this lead is pretty much ancient history. She meant to travel to Cyrodiil following the trail of a rich merchant who had claimed to be selling a Daedric artifact worth a large fortune. A mighty score for a master thief. This was around 4E65, and I've not found much else about it other than a letter she wrote from an inn on the way, claiming she was crossing the border soon near a Felcrinth. I'm thinking that's what they called Felcreath back in the day. The merchant was attacked on the road shortly after crossing the border, and the whole caravan was wiped out. No artifact was ever discovered. There are some records about the woman herself, but knowing what weapons she preferred or who was her second in command doesn't give us insight into her disappearance. I'll see if I can send someone to check out the graveyard in Felcreath and find out if the Jarl's office has any records from that era. Delvin. So, we need to make our way to Felcreath. I don't have a marker set for Felcreath, so I'm just going to go. It's the only way that I can fast travel. To unmarked locations. So I got I have the audio disabled just because the Thieves Guild people do not shut up. Give me a second to eat and sleep. Bear with me again, I can't turn off survival mode. Give me room. Apparently I've already been here recently. I'll take the cabbage soup and your horker loaf. And your sweet rolls. Alright. 3 hours should be enough. And then let's eat. Well fed, okay. So, now let's see. Let's make our way to... Said that we need to go to the Jarl's quarters. You know, looking around this place, you look in all the rooms, you eventually come to this room here. And there's a note here called Response to Delvin Mallory. After a thorough search within the city's records, I have discovered some unfortunate news regarding the character of this Lady Alara. She appears to have been less virtuous than your average scholar. According to the books, Alara was indeed visiting Falkreath during Hearthfire in 4E65. There are records from our prison logs detailing how she was taken into custody for trying to sneak into an inn room of another tavern guest, and after serving a short sentence was escorted out of Falkreath and to the border between Skyrim and Hammerfell. There is no information after that. Hope this is Little Colonel helps with your search. Steward of the Jarl of Falkreath. So, we need to go towards the border, which is this way. And you'll find your way to this location here. So let me call Ethereal. My trusty steed. And you just go down the road and up the hill. There is a clear path to Haldir's tomb. You just go around here, and then once you're here, you make your way up. And then you turn up here, follow this log. There's a camp up here. Continue to make your way up here. And this is Haldir's tomb. I've already looted this place. So we're just gonna make our way to the boss room, and I'm gonna show you where you find the key, and then read you the note that I already looted. It's still in my inventory. And then we're going to show you each of the houses. There's usually a key here, and a book, but it's not related to the quest in any way. This is just a dungeon-specific item. There's ghosts and everything everywhere around here, and then there's also Draugr, but I've already killed them all. So, and then there's a boss at the end as well, along with the Guildmaster. And the Guildmaster is a ghost, and she appears to be a rogue ghost. Specifically a rogue. So, yeah. All the puzzles are still set. Go up here. It's the boss room. There's usually a unique named Draugr. I've cleared this place out twice. This is the satchel you find the thing in, and then the note that you get says safe house finished. Guildmaster. The construction crew has finished the safe house projects in each agreed city. Solitude, Whiterun, and Whiterun were complicated as those cities' wells were still in use. And we had to bribe quite a few local officials to get them decommissioned and repurposed. For the other 3 cities, our representatives convinced everyone that the upgrade to the sewer systems were a big improvement to the city's sanitation. There are 2 keys for the well cover. I hid the spare key in the guild training room behind the loose brook I told you about, Anika. There's also a key in there and some leveled loot. But I did not find the spare key, nor is there a reason for you to look for the spare key, because you only need 1. And Elianora didn't even explain on her video where the spare key is, and the wiki doesn't say where the spare key is either, so there might not even be a spare key. There's a pickaxe in the training room that I don't think is there in vanilla, which suggests that somebody else already looted it. But what am I doing? I should just teleport to Mark Point. I don't need to go back through this whole thing. So we're gonna make our way back to the Ragged Flagon. And then we're going to turn around, and this is the Rift and Well hideout. She's big on her name storage, so it has the usual Elianora flair with these. There's 1 of these in each thing, and or in each well, and they're all frickin' linked with one another, so they share the same inventory space. However, Elianora didn't do her usual thing where she just has named storage for everything. She has a lot of static items, like you'll notice I cannot knock these down, which is cool. It's very decorative, but she did not do her ordinary name storage thing. To my knowledge, this and the bookshelves are the only name storage there is. There isn't an armor one or anything like that. But let's go up to show you where the Rift and Well is. It's right here behind the side entrance after you go in Riften. Let's go back in, and this is actually very helpful for 2 reasons, like these things, because like I am playing on first and foremost, I am playing on survival mode. Usually when you use a carriage, you have to you take a hit to your hunger and sleep, but you don't do that when you go through these. It's just a loading screen, so you bypass the fast travel system entirely. The other is these are all the hold capitals, so your missions for the Thieves Guild are also a lot easier. Now, side note, this is the markarth one. If you have get more get more smelters, you cannot use it in tandem with this mod, because it get more smelters puts a smelter in this exact location. Not sure why, because there's a smelter there, but it gives you a smelter right here on top of this thing, and it clips into it, and you can't open it, so I had to remove it. It's one that I typically use, but I had to remove it specifically because of this creation. This is the markarth one. Really fits the aesthetic. Again, as you can see, there's the same stuff that I had put in here previously. Yeah, gold. Let's go to Whiterun. This is my favorite, specifically because of the fact that, like, you'll see when I get in there, but the Riften Well, or not the Riften Well, the well for Whiterun is actually still in use, so coins just randomly drop from the ceiling. Like, you'll hear them. Like, people are throwing coins in the well. They don't actually drop, it's just the audio for them dropping. But it has, they do have frickin' coins down here to imply that there's, that they were dropping coins in there at pretty regular intervals. Again, like I said, linked storage. Really good at fitting the aesthetic. Yeah, bookshelf. This is named storage bookshelf. Just a regular wardrobe, I suppose that does for name storage, but usually Elianora does way more than this. Usually with Elianora, it's like she would have a storage space for every type of armor, like, oh, chest armor, shoulder armor, weapons, like she'd have like a staff container or something, but not with this one. She really light on that in this particular mod. Not complaining per se. It's just something to note. This is the Windhelm one, right here. Out of all of them, I think of this as my least favorite. It looks really drab and bland. It does fit the aesthetic, mind you. So it fits lore-wise. Not my favorite, though. It's very plain. But then again, Windhelm is very plain, so doesn't have to be extravagant. Go to Solitude. Solitude 1 is very extravagant, but again, it fits. She's been very good at like making it so that the locations fit the aesthetic of the associated town. So if a town is really drab looking, she'll make it drab looking. If it's extravagant, she'll make it extravagant looking. I like these lily pads. They're cool. I like the you do I guess they go, because that's the manhole cover for it. I guess what they do is they go up there and then they freaking kind of go along the ropes to the thing and make their way up. I do like how she, like, it's not just a ladder. So she got a shrine in here. I think this is a new texture. I don't think this is in any other frickin' house. So, that's cool. I don't think this is in any other house either. It's too bad they're not lootable items. Again, no, she does a lot of static stuff. You can't knock anything down. But it's a very Elianora-esque mod. It's very beautiful looking, very good to look at. Doesn't have the utility that her other ones have, but it has its advantages. If you want to have something that you can very easily get directly to the locations of said Radiant Quest for the Thieves Guild, this is your mod. If you want to get to from place to place easily in survival mode, this is your mod. If you want a place to just stash your stuff, so that you can easily sell it to fences once they restock their inventory, this is your mod. You can just put your all your stolen goods in here and then distribute it to the fences once they have money. So yeah, it's a good mod. Love it. I will always support Elianora's mods. They are always worth the buy. I have yet to be disappointed in any of them, and given that I play survival mode a lot, this is a really good addition. So that will be all. Thank you for showing up. I hope you enjoy.